Welcome everybody to our Millionairetech live webinar, and we're going to be recording this today for everybody across the world that wasn't able to make it, and for everyone that did, thanks for joining us. You can look forward to some really good news and some exciting things around the corner. My name is Brian Linder, and I am the founder and developer of Millionairetech. You're about to discover a simple system that requires no tech expertise on your part whatsoever. Let me be very clear because this is very important. None. A tech background of 0%. This simple system will position you to be able to earn repeated $600, $1,200, $3,000, and $4,995 profits with no selling at all on your part ever unless you want to. We even give you your start for free. No, I'm not kidding. I'm dead serious. About me so that you know that I know how you may feel. Back in 1999, I invested over $200,000 into the internet before I actually even began making profits, folks. Before 1999, I had helped offline companies go from 10K to 20K a week in sales to 60K and 70K per week in sales. I was a high-performance success coach and trainer. Firms would pay me monstrous fees to help them train their people and bring them to a higher level of performance. Now, why should you care? Well, this is going to become very clear in a moment, so just stay with me here. I almost lost everything, and I mean everything. I was down to my last dollars, folks, when it finally all clicked for me. I really needed $1 million performance to occur. I needed an epiphany. Now, keep in mind, I'd been generating over 5K per week as a high-performance success coach. And I don't mention this to brag, so don't misunderstand. I only mention this because there's a lot of different things out there, and I want to get across to you what you've actually bumped into here. I was quite young. I was 29 years old back in 1999. The internet had just started to really eat alive the companies that I was actually helping. These companies were direct mail, novelty, and collectible item firms. The web was, a new frontier. It was a merciless monster that began chewing up businesses and literally just kind of spitting them out. Now, of course, this all changed, and businesses learned and merged. They adapted, they merged online. But back then, it was the apex of scary, believe you me. Now, hopefully, none of you have ever experienced anything quite like this, but for those of you that have or find yourselves in a sticky position or have found yourselves in one, I can understand and relate. You'll be able to understand and relate. I really, I wasn't having a good time at all when this all went down originally. I knew that if I didn't leave the industry that I was in, and if I didn't figure out how to generate revenue on the internet, well, I knew that I'd be toast, as they say. It took me a year, and I was down to my last dollars after having invested that over 200K. And believe me when I tell you, I learned one of the most important lessons that I've ever learned right there at that moment. Everyone feels fear. People with no money and people with millions. Anyone that tells you any different is not being forthright with you, or there's something seriously wrong with them. They're just not human. Somebody that doesn't have a lot of money that's getting involved in a venture, any kind of business or an investment or whatever it might be, they feel fear. And even somebody who has millions, if they're putting up $500,000 to get involved in something, believe me, they also feel fear. The difference between people that get what they want and people that really don't is pretty simple. See, people that feel the fear and let it control them by allowing themselves to just stop, they then never get what they want, ever. They don't even have the chance to because they froze in their tracks. They didn't follow through. People that feel the fear and continue on anyways, they're the ones that can actually have a chance at succeeding and get to succeed because they followed through. They felt the fear, but they kept pushing forward to their end goal. There's only 3 things that can stand in the way of your success: fear, lack of motivation and desire, and thirdly, lack of knowledge. Now, Millionairetech can help you eliminate and erase completely 2 out of those 3. The only one that you actually need to have a firm grip on your own is number 2. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter what you hear, believe you me, no one can teach you motivation and desire. Now, you can be taught to increase your mastery of your desire and motivation, but no one can embed it into your spirit. And that's really the motivation and desire mechanism that's really paramount to your success. You have to have it initially, and then you can expand on it. So my motivation, my desire in 1999 was to not let my family and myself down. To not have my kids ripped out of the life that they'd actually become accustomed to, and to not have my wife endure the stresses that could possibly occur, could have occurred with all that was about to fall into place and could possibly was about to happen. So you're here because you probably want to have freedom and control over your day-to-day. You likely wouldn't be here right now if you didn't want if you did not have your own reasons really for leveraging your motivation and desire. You just need the correct plan, and that is what you're really seeking by filling out online forms. You're seeking a starting point that leads to your end goal. So you have to ask yourself, are you prepared to take action when a situation presents itself which puts you in the strongest position possible for actually attaining success? You know, on my end, I've generated millions of dollars online, and you're going to start at a tremendous advantage by benefiting from that over 200K that I actually invested, because the very system that I created and expanded and actually continue to use internally is about to be yours. The alphabet comparison is upon you. Now, what I mean by that is, what if all you had to do would be no more difficult than learning the alphabet was when we were kids? What if that's all the difficulty level that you encountered in being able to generate and maximize online income? Your Millionairetech business enables you to do so. Before someone becomes involved in any venture, it's impossible for them to know all they need to know without becoming involved. That scenario doesn't exist. If they did, they'd be doing it, and they wouldn't be looking online for solutions. They'd be doing it on their own already. Does that make sense? So why did I decide to do this and offer a free start? Firstly, most importantly, I see a major lack of quality in the online business industry, and people are being set up to be ripped off and then actually fail. And I'm pretty sick of it. I wanted to offer to the public what I've been teaching to my teams internally for decades. I wanted to put every single person looking for online income into a position of power and security. And it's irrelevant whether they have their own business, want to start a different business, doesn't matter where you are, what position you're in. That was my goal. Quality, delivering quality. I wanted to make it impossible for people to fail so long as they have one existing quality: the desire and the motivation to earn income online, and that's it. And I've succeeded in providing this very vehicle. Kindly understand, I do not need to do this, and I don't depend on this for a single dollar of my income. Our online agency is thriving and has been for a very long time. I'm providing this to the public with a free start so that people can stop being tricked into making bad choices. Now, I'm not going to get into all of it now, but when you're told, and there's many different things, many different programs out there, but you know, one of them, when you're told to just make a list of 100 of your closest friends that you know personally and then try to recruit them into your business, that is a recipe whose main ingredient is really failure. Never do that, folks. You know, a friend that never asked for anything and isn't looking for something and didn't come to you is not going to want to hear it. You're going to be known as that person that chases their friends down to try and sell them something, and people are going to hide from you like you have some sort of plague. So don't do it. Might be a great way to get rid of your enemies, but you don't want to do that to your friends. So, what successful business, you know, if you think about it, do you know of that depends on friends and family in order to maintain profits? Think about it. So if you decide to be a reseller, it's pretty simple. You can do no selling ever, and our sales team has your back. You're going to keep 70% of every single sale. The rest is going to compensate the sales team. Or if you want to do the selling yourself, you can actually keep 100% of every sale. Now, to be clear, the word and words I'm about to use loser for one of them isn't being used to be insulting. It is used the same way a stock on the stock market would be called a loser. The word winner is used in that same way as well. Now, no, our business has nothing to do with the stock market, but these are simple terms which are emotionally very powerful. In other words, due to our human conditioning, these words are impactful, which makes the statements here that I'm about to make even more memorable, and this is needed in order for you to benefit by retaining what is being explained so it can be embedded. The similarity to the stock market reference is really as follows. Losers, like stocks that are losers, end up sinking, and winners rise to the top. So, the online losers, they keep filling out forms online and they never ever move forward. They just keep chasing their tail, bouncing from form to form to form. And in the back of their mind, they already don't want to believe anything anyway. They're skeptics, they're cynical, they're bitter, they're just judgmental, and they end up losing. So the characteristics of the online loser, the joke's really on them because software and videos interact with them until they show that they are not this. We teach you how to identify them and never waste your time, your personal time on them at all. So you, like I, will be off playing and living the good life while the software and videos actually work for you to eliminate the losers. Now, the activity of online winners is much, much different. They will interact with you by responding to the software and videos. You will then interact with them via your computer and your social media tools that you're going to gain access to within our system along with everything else. And the online winners have these characteristics. They have belief, a strong focus. They have confidence, they have tenacity, and they really have a real desire for financial freedom, not just wanting it or dreaming, but they actually are prepared to do what it takes to attain it. Our system does the rest in the end. It does the selling. Our sales team will actually call people for you when they qualify for a call as well. So there's no selling for you to do if you don't want to whatsoever. You'll never pick up a phone. Now, what is our product and how do you benefit? Our product is an educational course on marketing, and it teaches dozens of marketing methods that can be applied to any business regardless of what the product or service is that a company is offering. You can actually generate online income by becoming a reseller, or you can choose, like many of our clients, to use what you learn to increase revenues in your current business. You may decide to use what you learned to help you choose a business to become involved in as well. You can also choose to do both. Either way, I will help you step by step and daily if need be. Once you're on the inside, behind the scenes, I'm very accessible. No one else online really provides this, and I challenge you to actually find methods that are going to deliver better results for you, or even this type of support. It doesn't exist. To the best of my knowledge, I know for a fact that it doesn't exist. So, some of the highlights that we're going to crack open for you behind the scenes. You're going to learn how to have interested people coming to you for info in your inbox without you lifting a finger. If you choose to be a reseller, you'll be able to also access and learn how to generate $600 to $4,995 profits, never needing to sell or never needing to make phone calls. You're going to learn how to put 5 to 35 new clients per week in any business, online or offline. You're going to learn how to always get a yes when trying to have someone look at your business, eliminating wasting 20 to 30 minutes or even an hour or more with a potential client. You're never going to do it, ever. You'll learn how to get a yes or a no in 10 seconds. You're never going to be wrong, ever. You're going to learn how to erase bad days and pivot into good days 100% of the time, folks. Never needing to build any internet funnels or sales funnels or spend time blogging or anything of that nature. You are going to be able to reach a month's worth of potential buyers in just one day of time leverage, and you're going to gain 10 to 15 extra hours of profits per week without even having to stay up all night. Now, we just dipped our toe in the water there. Obviously, there's a ton more. So those are just some of the highlights, as I was saying, and I'd really be here all day for a very long time, and it'd be impossible to finish this webinar in a timely fashion if I was to list them all and then expand on all of them. So your behind-the-scenes starter modules will only be a minute each, so that they will actually be quite easy for you to absorb and apply no matter how busy you may be. And I designed this really for the modern life to really deliver huge success, great results and not make it impossible for the modern world that we're living in, where most people are extremely busy running around from day to day. So that's going to be a piece of cake. Like the number of letters in the alphabet, they will total no more than 26 minutes. So all those modules will be a total of 26 minutes. From there, once you've completed them, you'll be able to decide to unlock each module for deeper benefits and go in for a much more deeper dive if you choose to. Now, your intelligence systems nerve center is really based on the alphabet, as I stated before, and the alphabet is of course represented in order here from A to Z. So we have for A, analysis. We have B for baseline. We've got control, delegation, evolving, foundation, gains, humility, intelligence, justification, kitchen, longevity, mastery, nitty-gritty, organization, procrastination, qualities, randomness, solidification, timing, universal, vision, will, xenon, yardage, and Z-end. Because it's Z-end. You will unlock all your intelligence modules in order to move towards unlocking your online income, folks. That's simple. Now, yes, this now means you're in business. You can choose to use what you learn to start a business, like I said, and or improve your current and or provide this business, Millionairetech, to others as your own internet business. So your first step towards finally getting started and being able to actually be in a position needed so that you can start to move towards the $600, $1,200, $3,000, and $4,995 profits is pretty straightforward. You get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. Once you do, they're going to provide you with the keys in the form of an electronic e-ticket that unlocks password access to all your behind-the-scenes modules. Then start spying on me. Folks, no one provides what you're about to gain access to. The gurus keep it to themselves. I'm sure I'm going to get a ton of calls and emails and direct messages from some pretty unhappy gurus out there, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm tired of the lack of quality that's out there. I'm looking forward to passing on great things. I hope you make the right decision and move forward, because you definitely have a lot to be excited about and a lot to look forward to. If you do, your search ends here, and it ends right now, and you can actually start spending time and enjoying generating revenues from the internet instead of chasing and looking for a way to get there. So God bless. Thanks for tuning into the webinar. I hope you enjoyed it, and take good care.